7 ancient Yoruba self-care habits that still work today. Modern life often talks about self-care as comfort. Rest when you are tired. Treat yourself when you feel stressed. Escape when things become heavy. But in ancient Yoruba culture, self-care was understood differently. It was not escape, it was maintenance. The Yoruba believed that life becomes difficult not because struggle is unusual, but because people fail to care for their inner balance. So they built quiet habits, simple, practical, repeatable, that protected the mind, the body, and the inner self over time. These habits were not luxury, they were survival wisdom, and they still work today. The first Yoruba self-care habit was slowness. The ancestors believed that speed drains clarity. They did not rush decisions, speech, or movement without cause. Slowness was not laziness, it was control. They understood that the mind needs time to align before action. Today, we rush everything, learning, talking, reacting, and then wonder why the mind feels scattered. Ancient Yoruba self-care begins by slowing down deliberately, even when life demands speed. Another habit was controlled speech. Yoruba elders taught that words affect the speaker before they affect the listener. So speech was measured. Not every thought was released. Not every emotion was announced. This protected emotional energy. In modern times, this is emotional regulation. Choosing when to speak and when not to remains one of the strongest forms of self-care. The Yoruba also practiced routine silence. Silence was not awkward. It was restorative. Moments of quiet were built into daily life. Before speaking, before decisions, before rest. Silence gave the inner self room to reset. Today, we rarely experience silence. But even a few quiet moments each day still calm the nervous system and sharpen thinking. Another overlooked habit was early rest. The Yoruba aligned rest with natural rhythms. Night was not treated as an extension of day. Rest was respected, not because work was avoided, but because exhaustion weakens judgment. Modern burnout is often the result of disrespecting rest. Ancient Yoruba culture treated rest as preparation, not weakness. Self-care also meant emotional discipline. Strong emotion was not ignored, but it was not allowed to rule action. Anger was paused, fear was examined, joy was moderated. This protected relationships and inner peace. Today, emotion overflow is normalized, but true self-care is learning how to carry emotion without letting it carry you. Another powerful habit was connection to others. Isolation was rare. Human connection was considered nourishment. Conversation, shared meals, cooperative work all serve as emotional balancing tools. Modern loneliness is not natural, it is cultural. Ancient Yoruba self-care recognized that the inner self heals faster in company. Finally, the deepest self-care habit was alignment with Ori, the inner sense of direction. The Yoruba believed struggle increases when a person lived constantly against their inner nature. So reflection was encouraged. Who are you becoming? Is your life moving in harmony or resistance? This form of self-care was not about perfection, but about honesty with oneself. And that honesty still protects mental health today. These habits did not require wealth. They did not depend on trends. They required awareness. Slow down, control speech, honor silence, rest deeply, regulate emotion, stay connected, align with your inner self. This was Yoruba self-care, not indulgence, but endurance. This is Ori Upskill, ancient Yoruba wisdom, not designed to escape life, but to survive it with clarity and balance.